Hi, welcome to the Vaguely Anime Podcast. I am one of the hosts this evening, Michael, followed by other host Kat.
Oh, me? Hi.
Yeah,
And
you
other
didn't.
host
Why didn't
Sage.
you go?
Because I've realized every time I do this, I'm on because it starts with this shot.
Yeah.
then
then you
you've
go
been
to that
making
shot
the
to
same
come back.
I know.
mistake for like
Correct.
30 episodes.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But like now I'm like, because I'm the only editor, so now I have to actually
Oh,
sit
Kieran
there.
quit?
No. Yeah, he doesn't want to do it anymore. Quit. He was mostly passively saying yes, just because he didn't have anything else to do, and then he was like, "I don't feel like doing it anymore," and I was like, "That's fair."
Well, so he won't be on it either?
No, I mean he's still
Actually,
on.
when was
whenever
the
he-
last time
A
Kieran
while.
was even on that episode?
But that's why it's like whenever he's interested in being on. So, but yeah. So now I'm just realizing all the things that are more bothering me because I have to look at it every single week, and I'm like, all right. So because it's starts on this shot, so more time for the lower third on here, and then go to you, and then get the lower third for you, and then go back.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
almost like that made sense from the beginning.
Well, to be fair, I was always over there, so it made sense until I moved away.
A while.
It has
It's
been a
been a
while since
while.
you've been sitting over there.
You could actually look right now.
I'm sure I could. But you know, who knows?
It's been a while.
Sure. So last week we were talking about Hunter x Hunter,
Yeah.
and I wanted just real quick. We don't have to stick on the topic because we were talking about it, but I was trying to remember where you and me caught up, and then you passed me.
Somewhere in the Chimera.
Right. It
arc.
was that's I wanted.
But that
I couldn't
shit's like
remember
60
what it was.
fucking episodes, so...
Yeah, I know, but I couldn't remember where it was, and I was like, I think it's the Chimera Ant arc. 'Cause
Yeah,
I think I was ahead
sure.
of you because you went away, and then
Yeah.
you caught back up and passed me on the Chimera Ant arc, right?
Yeah, so I had gone away, and then I think you had texted me or something. Because I don't know if I was updating on my anime list, and that's how you saw or something. But all I know is you texted me declaring war.
Yeah.
And so I had to start watching while I was on vacation because I was not losing. So, and I didn't lose.
Is using my anime list like, because I have one, but I literally never update it.
I only, for the most part,
She was better
updated-
at it when she started.
Yeah, I'm for the most part only update it when I'm finished. So right when I start, I usually put it on there, and then eventually when I finish, because obviously we know I have lost
40 shows
there.
on hold.
I think I'm
I
pretty
can
close
find
to
out
30
right
right
now.
now.
Oh.
Yeah, I've been going through, and so I'll do that. But I find it's helpful when shows are airing to like keep track, especially because I have to wait for like the dub. Or I don't
Right.
have to. I choose to. And sometimes I'll even skip around. Like Chainsaw Man, I watched 2 episodes in sub because I don't want to wait.
Right.
So I'm actually further ahead now. But I'm going to go back to waiting for the dubs, and I have to wait like 3 weeks for the dubs to catch up, back up. So
Sometimes with shows like Chainsaw Man, I'll do both. Spy
it's
Family, I'll
just
do
if
both.
Yeah, it's just if I don't want to wait. If I don't
and-
feel like
yeah.
waiting, like I'm just going to watch an episode.
Blue Lock, that soccer show that everyone's
Yeah,
like
I
hyping
saw
up
you
about.
were
Yeah,
watching it.
That was one where I was like, this because Eamon was here and he wanted to watch the first episode to show me, and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty good.
He watches sub or dub.
I don't think he cares. I don't think he has a real preference. So he watches whatever. And to be fair, again, like I will, but a lot of times I like watching anime while I'm doing other stuff. And
Yeah.
so that's why I usually prefer dub. And so I was like, all right, I'll wait a bit. And then I saw that like a good amount of episodes were out. And I was like, all right, I could start this. Like, so I watched the first episode and then I got sidetracked with something. But most likely I'm just going to put it back on the side and be watching it.
One of my roommates in college is like also very into anime, and
Oh, Jesus Christ.
She-
32.
See?
You fucking...
I think when I started this whole endeavor of I'm not going to watch new shows, I think I was like 44.
You were.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm doing pretty good.
Still
But yeah,
halfway
she
into
got like
Some of them are airing.
so into anime that she was like, you know what? I don't want to wait for dubs to come out. So she decided she was going to teach herself Japanese. And then she got like really good at Japanese.
Dedication.
Purely so she could not wait for the dubs, have the sub
And
on,
also just know what's going on.
know what's going on, and then be doing something else at the same
Honestly,
time.
wish it was me.
Which I was like,
wish I was that dedicated
I know,
and not
right?
dumb. So
She's also like too smart. So
Yeah.
like,
Okay, I was gonna say, because who the hell can just go, fuck it, I'm just gonna learn this language real
yeah,
quick.
she's like
Real quick.
really smart, and like if she wanted to, I'm sure she could like be a lawyer if she like felt like it, or like a doctor or something. But she's like, nah, I'm gonna go to art school. Fuck this.
Just a casual polyglot, just knows fucking 30 different languages, like on the cash. Just
on the reg.
yeah, like just she watches K-dramas and was like, ah, fuck, I don't want to wait for any fucking subtitles to pop up on the screen. I'll just learn Korean. Like,
Like honestly, I wouldn't be surprised.
also, 2 of these shows are currently airing.
I said some.
2
I
out of
didn't say all of
32.
them. It's only 2. I thought it was 3.
This is my own version of my anime list.
Just
Yeah, you're making your life harder, actually. Oh, but I did end up fucking something up because of my anime list. So I know, because you get my notifications, right?
every now and then, yeah.
So
It's not as prominent anymore. Like, not even just because you don't necessarily, but like it used to be like every time somebody, not even
Interesting.
you, but you were the most
frequent.
frequent
Yeah.
user, I would get a notification, and now like it's every now and then.
but so I was watching Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon? I
hate that
decided
show.
you hated it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Don
I like
Machi's
it.
fun.
I don't like it.
I don't think it's like amazing, but
Yeah,
it's
I
fun.
don't think it's amazing, but I like the show.
Even as background noise, I was like, this
No
is too
way,
much.
really?
I
I
can't
went.
handle it.
I watched all 3 seasons of Don Machi as
It's
like
like,
as
I
background
honestly,
noise.
I have the same feelings towards that show as I did Seven Deadly Sins, where even as background noise, I couldn't handle it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I heard
Oh, I went through that,
Seven
too.
Deadly Sins, you either love it or you hate it. And there's not really.
I liked the first
I didn't watch
2
it.
seasons. The third was, I think, when it got really bad, or the third was Escanor. I don't remember which season.
I haven't
Escanor shows
watched
up.
it because I've seen clips of Meliodas and I don't think I can stand him. So
Yeah,
just-
I,
I
I,
just
figured,
never
I,
did it.
I figured though that Bond would be like your perfect simp to go over.
it's not worth Meliodas.
Yeah, but Bond though.
like a
Have you
part of
seen
it
that,
is
man?
Yes,
the
I've seen
character
that.
designs, especially in Seven Deadly Sins. I don't like how they look.
You gonna tell me Bond's not hot?
I don't even know who that is.
The one
I
with the
watched
red.
this show like a while ago.
The one who's shredded, really tall in red.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
I
I don't know which. Sin
I
he
only
is, 'cause
remember
I
like
haven't
the
seen
big
it.
lady.
Oh yeah.
That's like literally the
Diane?
only
He's the
character I remember.
fox in. By the
Wait,
way,
let me
I
see.
believe.
Let me see a picture. Because I also
There's-
don't think
there's
I
a
watched
picture.
all. Maybe I watched 3 seasons. I don't
Figure
remember.
out which one that you like.
That
Oh
guy.
no, don't care.
That guy's hot. I
Um,
don't care what you say. Except he's in love with a lolly, so.
Ew.
Mm.
But
Sad
anyway,
times.
yeah, like I was watching that as background noise one day because I was like, you know what, it's on Netflix. Let me
And
fuck around and
Thousand
find out.
Fairies.
Like people seem to be into this, and then I started watching. I was like,
I'm good.
this is bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was fine background for me. And I'm trying to find what sin he is. Whatever. Like the first 2 seasons, I think, maybe 3. I don't remember when Escanor shows up, because Escanor season also really good when he shows up.
Don't know who that is.
So he's the last like member of the Sins that they like get back into the group, and he is just the perfect way to write a character that is overpowered as shit.
I think I know who you're talking about.
He has like some of the coolest lines in the show when he shows up. His whole thing is like he's a regular human, but as the sun rises and gets to its apex, like his strength grows. So he goes from like a scrawny like bartender looking dude with a mustache to like a gigantic ripped dude. I'll
I think
pull it
I've
up real
seen
quick.
this dude before.
No, I don't know if I remember this.
Let me
I
see.
also only watched this show like again in the background, like along like when it was on Netflix. I don't know if
Yes.
it's still on
Yes.
Netflix.
Yeah, so that guy, when he shows up, they're fighting these characters that have like certain powers that basically like affect people in different ways. Passively, it's like a passive power, and there's one character that his whole deal is that if you harbor any like anger or ill intent towards him, basically you lose all your strength and you can't like pick up your sword, you can't like walk. And so everybody's like freaking out, how the fuck are they going to beat this guy? And then Escanor just fucking shows up and just starts walking towards him, and he's like, how the fuck, like, how are you doing this? Like, you can't, you should be able to. And he's like, oh, why would I harbor any hatred towards you? You're so insignificant to me. Like,
Savage.
yeah, he's like, I'm the lion's son of pride. I feel sorry that you have to face me. And I'm like, that's
My secret cap. I'm always angry.
pretty much like it's it's awesome. It's such a great scene, and then like that whole fight's pretty rad. But then whenever the fuck that season ends, like I thought that season ending was fine, and then the season immediately following that is not good because they decided fuck the budget and fuck the time,
That's the art one that they changed.
and like
All I
and
hear
all the
is people
memes came
talking
out of it.
about that, Yeah.
Yeah, I
Um,
remember like when I was watching in background, like because I was just kind of like letting it play through. Like I was like half paying attention. It got to that season, and I was like, and I just remember like looking, and I was like, why does it look like this? This is significantly worse.
Yeah. So it like, and I think I watched one of those seasons, and then the season after that, I think, is when like they have like a whole thing where Escanor and Meliodas fight, and it's supposed to be like one of the most badass things in the manga, and it's just awful. Because I had kind of stopped watching it at that point because I had heard it was bad enough, and I watched the season after that one. I was like already kind of off, and I was like, I think I'm good with the show now. Like I think I've hit my limit, and then I like heard all that stuff, and I was like interested in what the differences were. So I was like, I looked up the manga and was just reading that chapter, and it was legitimately kind of badass, and I was like, oh. Wow, I see why people are mad.
Dropped the ball majorly in the anime.
Sure did. It looks horrible. Yeah, and then apparently, hey, spoilers. But I don't know you care. So spoilers for Seven Deadly Sins at some point. I don't know where it happens. Apparently, Escanor is like fighting somebody and nobody can beat him, and so he like reaches like the zenith of his power and uses up all his strength to like defeat the guy and then dies.
Rip.
So I was like, and I did watch that scene. And I was like, oh, that's a little sad. Was almost a good fight. Was hampered down by some bad animation, but it was like fine. But anyway, yeah, I don't know. Seven Deadly Sins was like a fine background for me personally.
I don't think I could deal with Meliodas. So.
Yeah, I just can't handle it, especially because I think
He is the worst in that show.
I don't know if
absolutely.
it's because I was watching them dubbed, because they were both on Netflix at the time. So I was like, yeah, whatever. I'll just let it like play through or whatever. The dub in both of them was just so grinding, and I'm like, I can't handle this, but I also can't put it on subs because then I'll have to watch it
Then you
more
actually have to pay
intensely,
attention.
Yeah.
and I don't want to do that.
I had that same issue with in the group we were recently talking about when Alex was like, when are they gonna do a football anime, like American football? And me and Eamon were both like, that already exists. iShield 21, and he was like, oh, and then we started talking about it, and I knew of the show, but I didn't really know much about it. So I was like looking it up because I was like, I don't know why I knew the name, but I didn't really know much past it was a football anime.
Right.
And so I was like looking it up, and then Kirsten was like, oh yeah, it's like one of the like touted as one of the best like sports anime until, you know, like the new era of sports anime. And so I was like, oh fuck, I think I'd watch this. Like sure, whatever. And it had a dub. And apparently nobody can agree if they had a dub for the entire show or the first 10 episodes. Because it aired on like Toonami, but not Toonami, but like a website that they had that was like a separate thing.
Okay.
Interesting.
And they had a deal with Shonen or Viz, one of those two, at the time to do that. And then like it fell apart or the website went down because nobody was really using it.
I was going to say, I feel like if this was, because when would this be, like 2005?
Yeah.
Because I feel
Around there.
like a lot of people were not going to the internet to watch anime unless you were doing like that really irritating like 3-part episode on
Yeah.
YouTube bullshit.
Right. But so apparently, so it got through like the first 10 episodes and people were like, so those exist somewhere, but nobody can find them. And they were like, and other people claim that they definitely finished it, but like, there's the websites that like sell the different seasons of it and
Like on
whatnot.
DVD?
Yeah. Which are also apparently kind of hard to get. They're like,
I was
they
going to say, you
claim-
should see if you could find the
yeah.
DVDs.
They claim that some of them should have English dubs, but then they're like, oh, but 1 and 2 are listed, but not 3, and then 4 is like non-existent, and
What
like,
the fuck?
and so people literally can't figure out if the entire 140 episodes was dubbed or just 10 of them, because at a point
That's
it
such
was
a large gap.
well, because at a point it was listed that it was finished. And it was that there were DVDs that existed of the finished dub, but nobody can find them anywhere. No, people just know that at a point it was listed as that, and then nobody knows.
Is this like a
Interesting.
Mandela effect? Like it's not actually real?
I don't know. I was looking into it for like maybe 30 minutes, and like
Right.
it was legitimately like people being like, I'm so certain that this existed, and people are like, no, I do remember that being a thing, and other people are like, but nobody can find it, so it might have just been the 10, and you can't find those 10 anywhere either.
And it's not like on Crunchyroll or like Funimation.
Well, I mean the sub is
oh, so they don't.
the,
They
the
don't.
show exists. You can watch the show.
Can
but
you find that old Toonami website
No.
and see
Somebody
if it's
shut
on
down.
there?
Yeah, no, that shit's gone. But yeah,
What
so
about High Dive? I feel like High Dive always has.
Yeah, I
like,
feel
the
like High
weird
Dive has like
ones.
random
I
ass
feel like
shit.
if that had it though, people would have mentioned. I
Because
can
there's
pull it
so
up. I have
many
a High
different
Dive
shows that
account.
I've looked for dub, and I can only find it on High Dive.
But they always have like the most random shit.
They had To
Yeah.
Love Rue. That's how I watched all of To
I
Love
was
Rue.
gonna say like they don't
They had
have like
School Live, which is what I was looking for.
they don't have like current stuff.
You watched
most of
School
the time.
Live?
Yeah.
That's the like the Idol show, right?
No.
No,
That's Love
That's
Live.
Love
Oh
Live.
no! Oh yeah.
But I was watching Ensemble Stars, which is the boy idol show. I'm like halfway through that. That's on my list. I have to finish. That's some background noise right there.
I want
But yeah, I wanted to watch iShield.
The
right.
There's only sub, and I was very upset.
Yeah.
Anyway, continue.
It's too long for you to just.
Yeah,
go on
yeah,
some other
exactly.
way. For
Like,
a
I-
show that like maybe might not be that great.
Well, no, apparently it still holds up very well. Like its
Yeah.
average rating
you
is like
like
an 8
sports anime?
point something. I've watched a few, and
Do you like sports anime?
I haven't watched enough to feel like I like give like a good.
So
opinion.
yeah, that means that this is too long for you to watch and sub.
But I feel like sports anime
I mean,
is
I keep meaning
inherently
to watch
long.
IQ.
Like I don't
Yeah.
know any sports anime that's like a clean 50 episodes. You know what I mean?
Well, technically free.
True, true. Free is pretty short.
Yeah, but they have like 3 seasons, 4 seasons. How many seasons they have?
Free has 4 seasons.
I didn't even
Three?
mean. I didn't even.
No,
mean
I thought
free.
it was
I-
2 seasons and like a couple of movies.
I meant Yuri
They
on Ice.
have that, but yes, that is.
Yuri
That's
on Ice
also
is a
true.
tight sports
They-
anime.
That is a
Um,
tight 1 season and 2 movies, I think.
They have more seasons of Free, but they're different characters. Like they
Oh, then who the
because
fuck
boys are in
cares?
college, but they're still in it.
Yeah, but who cares?
But it exists. It's still the same franchise. It's
Slash
still free. Yeah.
But yeah, so like I want to watch it, and Kieran's gone for like an entire 2-3 weeks.
Oh, is
and
he at home?
Yeah.
oh, so this is
I
the
figured
perfect
he was at
time.
like work right
So
now.
yeah. So no, he hasn't left yet.
Oh, so he's
Um,
at work right now.
No, he's just chilling.
Oh,
He's just chilling in his room.
okay.
Oh.
Hi, Kieran.
There you go. And so, like, yeah, so I and for the most part, like, I've done basically all of my work that I need to do for the next 2 weeks. So I don't really have
Must be
work to
nice.
do.
Oh, so just
Must
just
be
binge
nice.
it.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
I
guess,
probably will
I guess
just
you
do
do
that.
have the time for it.
I think you should watch that and then compare it to Prince of Tennis. Cuz that's like
Prince
right
of
around the same
Tennis.
time.
How long is it, Prince of Tennis?
I feel like it's not that long. At least the anime is not that long. But I don't remember cuz I only remember watching it when it was on Toonami. And that was a while
I
ago.
need to get around to Haikyuu. I feel like I'm gonna watch Haikyuu first before I watch Prince of Tennis.
Ryan
No.
has been telling me for so long to watch IQ, and I just haven't.
I just
I
started
like watching shows people don't tell me.
I
to
just started reading
watch.
Haikyuu. I think I'm only like 50 or 60 chapters in. It is so fucking
Yeah?
good. Oh my god.
I mean, literally anybody I've ever
yeah.
anybody I've ever
Like
talked
even
to
if
loves
you
it.
don't like sports anime, it's just such a well-written shonen in itself that you can't help but like root for them. You want them to succeed. Like you're reading it because I haven't watched it. I've just been reading it and I'm like, they're trying their
Aw.
best out there.
I'd say Megalobox. That's also tight 2
Oh,
seasons.
that's true. That's
Tight
true.
2 seasons.
Very
what that
tight
is.
2 seasons.
It's on Netflix. It's about it's basically a boxing anime.
It's on Netflix now?
Yeah, it's been on
Oh.
Netflix. That's how I watched it.
Oh, I didn't know that. Because I
Yeah.
watched it when it was first coming out.
Yeah, both seasons are on Netflix. They're dubbed, and it's a boxing anime, but like boxing was too lame, and they needed to make it more extreme.
Yeah,
so they put
boxing,
like
but
like
way
an
more
exoskeleton
dangerous.
on them. So like they just have like exoskeletons on their arms, so like they hit more powerfully.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
And the whole thing is that the main guy
regular
doesn't use
boxing,
them.
you can't break someone's face, so you got to pack some extra punch to really break it.
Interesting.
But no,
It's
Megalobox is that's another
incredible.
one where I think even if you don't like sports anime, it's really enjoyable.
It is really good.
Yeah, I
I've
remember
never even
being
seen it.
Do you
fan.
consider Baki a sports anime?
I feel like Baki is more
Is that
like
that new show coming out? Or no?
No,
Megalobox?
Baki's been coming out.
Oh.
oh no, Baki's been out for like a couple years now.
Does Baki count as a sports
I
anime?
feel
I've watched Baki.
I
And
feel
Baki's
like
incredible.
Baki is framed in the way a sports anime is, but it's more of like a regular fighting anime, if that makes sense.
Baki is what could be a sports anime, but instead they went, let's just put some JoJo in it.
Yeah, I think that's a really good
And
way to
somehow
describe it.
go more extreme than JoJo.
Yeah, JoJo to like the absolute most extreme, but also like
You have a hyper-sexualized vampire in one, and you have one that fights a praying mantis to the death.
What?
no. Baki sounds ridiculous and stupid, and that's because it is, but it's so fucking good.
A man can levitate with the force of his muscles.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And every
Wait, shit.
every new presidency, the president has to meet the world's strongest man to swear that he won't attack them and that they pledge fealty so that they won't fucking wipe out America.
So you know how like Dragon Ball Z and JoJo, like all the guys are like really beefed up and like hench or whatever.
Especially in JoJo that you're in.
In Baki, it's like 3 times the amount of
my
beefed
God.
up.
I know, Kieran. But it's not as funny to say it that way.
What is it?
The praying mantis that he fights is just a mental vision, so he's just fighting a fake praying mantis, except it's also hurting him. So, but yeah, like this guy can levitate with the force of his muscles.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I
I won't be
I think-
watching.
no,
that.
it's
incredible.
It's a really good watch if your brain is turned off.
All right.
I think it's super
God,
entertaining.
what the
Oh
fuck
yeah,
is
dude!
that?
It's all like just fucking ripped, like absurd muscles. They call this guy the ogre because when he like fully flexes his back, his back muscles look like an ogre.
Ew.
And it's so fucking stupid. It's the greatest stupid show that you could watch.
Pickle.
Hmm?
Pickle.
Pickle?
It's an ogre.
Oh,
Pickle.
oh, yeah. Oh, that's a character. He's something.
Ew.
Yeah.
What are these people?
Oh yeah, they're supposed to look fucking weird, dude.
Yeah.
And so that girl is she's like Baki's girlfriend, and spoilers for Baki. Hey, you should go watch Baki.
It's
but this
so
happens in like the
good.
first season, I think. So they're dating, right? He's fighting all these people, and like these escaped convicts escape prison and decide that they want
That's
to
what
take on
escapes
Baki
mean.
and fight him to the death. And so the whole season's about that. And then at one point, him and his girlfriend realize that like they really do love each other, and so they're gonna bang. And so so like they go have sex in like this in where Baki lives, which is basically a shack. And his dad shows up.
It's so funny.
and his dad's like, I forget what the fuck the girlfriend's name is. But he's like, you must make love to my son, and it must be the most incredible sex that either of you have ever had in your lives. They've never had sex before. He's like, you got to commit. It's got to be the greatest.
You must
thing.
prove yourself worthy.
Oh my
And
God.
so they bang for like 3 days straight, I think. And then at the end of it, Baki has unlocked a new level of strength because it was of the endurance and the passion of the,
Oh
of the
my
sex
God.
that he is now even stronger. And like the first person he meets when he leaves the shack, he's like, he's different. What happened? And Baki just straight up like fucking kicks his ass, like no struggle after he got his ass kicked by him earlier. It's so fucking stupid, and it's the greatest show ever.
What the fuck?
It's just really good dumb fun. Like
Mm-hmm.
I don't think you're gonna sit down and be like, let me analyze the themes.
Yeah.
No, you don't analyze shit in that show.
But it's just such good dumb fun that you literally can't stop watching it.
It's like at one point, like he's fighting the ghost of Muhammad Ali, and then Muhammad Ali,
one does.
and then Muhammad Ali's kid shows up and just keeps getting his ass fucking handed to him, and it's like, dude, it's just such absurd shit. At one point, he finds Mike Tyson. But not actually Mike Tyson, because it's legally distinct Mike Tyson. And,
Off-brand.
Yeah, and like in prison, that Baki made himself go, like that admitted himself into the prison so he could fight the strongest guy there, because he's supposed to be like the second strongest person in the world. And so he finds like Mike Tyson, and they fight, and like but Mike Tyson's like a bitch compared to all these other people, and like Dude, it's so fucking stupid and it's incredible. It's so fucking funny. I don't. You just gotta watch it. You should watch it.
How many episodes?
There's 3 seasons. You can watch.
But
Watch the first season. You'll get an idea of if
Is
you'll like
each
this or not.
season?
They're like 12 episodes.
I was gonna say I feel like each season's only 12 episodes. It's not very long seasons.
No, and they're all on Netflix, so like it makes it even fucking faster. I'll see if I can find it, but yeah, fucking Baki is incredible, dude.
Were you ever watching Castlevania?
Baki Hama is like the 3rd season. Oh yeah, I watched all of Castlevania.
I feel like I was watching it when it was
Most incredible shit ever.
when it was coming out, and then I kind of like fell out of love with it. I don't know.
We're talking
I
about
think-
like the one on Netflix, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
After I think season 2 or 3.
Well, there's only 3.
Okay, so after season 2, like once like season 2 was happening, I was like, yeah, I'm kind of over it.
The most like dude, that show's incredible. What do you mean? The
I don't-
animation is like
No,
stellar.
it looks really good, but I just wasn't into it.
Best girl. Sif is like Sif. No, it's
Which one's that?
God damn it.
Can't really be best girl if you don't even fucking know.
Yeah,
her,
come
no, her
on.
name's hard to pronounce because it's like spelled weird, and it's supposed to be like medieval fucking fantasy magic name.
Yeah.
To be fair,
I don't know. I just remember being like super invested
dude,
in season 1.
bisexual Alucard. How do you not?
I don't know. I was really into it in season 1, and then as season 2 was going, I don't know. I fell out of love with it. I don't know if that's like a controversial statement, but I stopped liking it for some reason.
Sifa.
Sifa.
I think that's
what
how
does
you
she
pronounce
look
that.
like? I can't even remember. Oh yeah. I don't like her. She's a little bitch.
She's like one of the strongest people in the show.
She's a little bitch.
Dude, she like 1v1.
Unless I'm thinking of somebody else.
I think you are
Hold
because
on.
she
Let me look
explicitly
let me-
holds her own the entire show.
Okay, then I'm definitely thinking of somebody else. But this is how little memory I have of this.
Go rewatch the show.
I guess I will because I
Also, they have the super hot red-haired vampire. That's like from fucking like Ireland or whatever, and she's stupid hot.
hold please.
I can't believe how. Lenore. Hot vampire lady.
No, I don't remember her either.
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember basically anything. I just remember not liking it anymore.
You should watch Castlevania.
What is this?
Maybe I'll rewatch it.
With their vampires.
No,
'Cause
what is that? Why does it look like that?
I think I should rewatch it because I literally have zero memory of
It's from
anything
a-
that
it's from
happened
a
in
game.
Castlevania, which is probably not good.
The Castlevania has like some of the most amazing fight scenes of all time, and that's not hyperbole. Like legitimately, animation budget sticks through the entire show, and it is incredible. And it's made by an American company.
Wait, wasn't the first season of
Texas.
Castlevania only 4 episodes?
I don't think so.
I remember there being something on Netflix where there was only 4 episodes of season 1, and I feel like it was Castlevania.
It's me.
They're 4 seasons. I lied.
How dare you lie to me?
I thought there were 3 to be fair.
I was gonna say I
saw
felt like it
season
was
4 official trailer.
Oh, is that what you said?
Yes.
Because they're making another one.
Okay. So how many episodes is this in season 1? Because I feel like it was
No,
very
yeah,
short.
no, you're right. It was 4.
Right? Okay. So I remember it being
I can do that. I can watch 4 episodes.
surprisingly short, and I was actually kind of.
And then season 2 is 8.
Interesting.
And then how
I can
many
watch
is season
2
3?
seasons in the time.
Season
of, unless,
3
are they an hour or a half hour?
They're half an hour.
They're half hour.
Well,
That-
they vary a bit, but
yeah,
half an
it's
hour.
not like a strict half hour, but like roughly
this one's
around
31
there.
minutes. That's 22. That's 24.
Interesting.
Season 3 is 10. And season 4 is 10. So 4, 8, 10, and 10.
Okay, so then I was right when I said that
So
It-
32
during
episodes.
during season 3 is when I started disliking it. Not disliking it, but not liking it as much.
32 episodes for 4 seasons. You could totally watch that.
Yeah.
I wasn't planning on watching all 4. I was thinking like 1 and 2 because that's the same length as.
Regular anime.
Yeah.
Sure.
But right now I'm not allowed to.
Because you have too much on your plate.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, you
just
have your fucking
like I
32
said,
shows.
Kat, you need to be like me. Say you're gonna watch a show, and then don't.
I mean, it's been like 2 years.
And
that
then
these things
wait
have been on my
5
list.
years for it to be completely
3
irrelevant,
years
and then be
left.
like,
Yeah.
oh, I remember this show was popular recently, and it will be like 10 years ago, and then I'll be like, oh, I'll watch it. And I'll be like, wow, this show was so good.
Or just drop some of them.
I will not. I dropped some of them, but I won't drop the others. So about Danmachi. So I was like 5 episodes into season 2, and then I stopped watching it for like literally like 6-8 months. I don't know, however long it's been. And so I went to my anime list to see what episode it was on because I didn't remember. And for some reason, I'm pretty sure it's on my anime list. It lists the side season thing about Ainz's team. You know what I'm talking about? Sword.
I have literally no clue
I think
what
I know
you're
what you're
talking
talking
about.
about.
I only watched
I don't even see
season 1.
Danmachi on here as something you're watching.
Yeah, because I'm done.
Oh.
It's completed.
All 4 seasons?
No, I'm on the 3rd season.
There's the 4th one just came out, right?
Yes,
I
I think
haven't watched
is it
that one
still
yet.
currently?
I was going to say, is it
coming out?
currently
I
airing,
don't know.
or was
I
it
haven't
like a
watched it
fall
yet.
airing?
I was in no
Oh.
rush to get around to it.
Not
I
on your
liked it.
priority list?
I liked it, but I just like.
I heard it
I didn't
gets
have a
worse
rush.
with every season.
Oh, really?
That's
That's
rough
what it-
considering it starts off not that great.
For you,
In my humble
I
yet
like
correct
that.
opinion.
But
It's fine in the background.
so whatever the sword thing is, it's like, is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon on the side? Like that's literally what it like translates to, and it's about what happens in season 1, but with Ainz's team instead.
Oh, so it's like from a different perspective.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And so I was like, oh, 5 episodes in, and I go to that show 5 episodes in, and I'm like, I don't remember a single fucking thing, but I was like, I guess it has been, 6 to 8 months. Like,
Right.
I'll get back into it. I'll figure it out. I watched 3 episodes of that season, which was not the right season that I was watching, because I was watching season 2 and not the side.
Oh, so you were
Season-
highly confused?
So yeah, and I was like, whatever. Like, it's just because I
It's
did
been
it.
so long.
And then I was just like, something don't seem right. It's just like I just don't think something like.
You're like, this feels
So
off.
I went back to the first episode, and I was like, I didn't see this. So I'm looking through every like episode, trying to be like, what is happening? I have literally no fucking clue. And I was like, did I maybe fall asleep? But then why would I update my anime list to say episode 5?
Mess.
So I was like Googling it, and to make things worse, it's like they don't even have the dub on Crunchyroll.
What,
I
this?
had to, yes. Yeah. So
I
had
haven't
to-
even watched this.
so I had to, yeah, you definitely don't have to. So that's what was on my anime list. So then I had to watch season 2, and then I had to go rate that, which was technically a new entry to my thing because I didn't mean to. But then I watched that whole side series just to get it off my list because I didn't want to delete it off my list because I had now watched 3 episodes. I had watched 5, 6, and 7 of that season that I was like, I might as well watch
does
the
it
whole
matter if
thing.
you delete it from your list?
Well, I ended up watching it all, so I didn't delete it.
No, I know.
I think she
but I'm
has the
saying-
same thing that I do. That once I start, I must finish it.
I don't know that
No.
lifestyle.
If I don't like it, I won't. I have shows
Are
on
you
there
a
that I
3
drop.
episode rule person?
No, it's just kind of,
How you feel?
yeah. I've dropped things on the first episode because I was like, it ain't it. I think I have, how many do I have dropped? I had like Psychopaths.
Psychopath is so good.
I'm surprised you. I'm not surprised you don't like Psychopaths.
Be the Beginning, It Invaded, a Junji Ito collection, and Psychopaths.
Yeah. So I
Fucking love Psychopaths.
I
need
do
to
have
watch
things.
Mob Psycho 100. I know it's like super not trendy right now, but
No,
I've
I
been
thought it
meaning
was
to
back
watch
to
it
being-
forever.
It is.
I thought it was-
Psychopath, people love Psychopaths.
It's back to being trendy.
Oh,
But the
okay.
3rd season
Yeah.
just came out.
Oh,
So that
I
means you
don't
have to
know.
wait 5 more years.
No, I'll watch season 1 because now I'm.
Psychopaths. I mean, Mob Psycho is
I was gonna say-
incredible.
No, I know, and I remember seeing I remember when season 1 was first coming out, and everyone and their mom was losing their goddamn mind about it, and I was like, oh, I should watch this show,
5
and
years.
then I didn't.
Yeah.
No, it's incredible. I thought you were taking it.
No. I just want to see. How do I get to me?
Oh, you're in that tab.
The most on trend thing I've done recently is that I'm actively keeping up with the World Cup.
I'm not, but I
that's the
also don't
only
really care
either.
about soccer all that much.
I've actively been avoiding our group chat because I don't know anything. And I'm just like,
Argentina versus France in the finals on
Just like,
Sunday.
I'll be good.
I don't want France
Did
to
you-
win, so
You should watch this show. This is
Yeah,
my
I
favorite
want
show right
Argentina
now.
to win. Only, but I don't
Um,
even care if Argentina wins. I just want Messi to win
more
so
than
he
a
can have a World
couple-
Cup under his belt.
Less than lovers, something like that.
All right,
English.
pitch it to me.
Because this is his last World Cup, and I want him to win.
Who?
I don't
Messi?
know.
Okay, he's like one of
No,
the
I know who Messi is,
greatest.
but-
Oh,
Okay.
I don't.
But I was like, I don't, whatever.
Yeah, it was really
Is
funny
that
when
France or Argentina?
Argentina.
Okay, I just don't want France to win because they I don't need them to get more high and mighty than they are.
I mean, they won the last World Cup.
I don't need to get them more high and mighty than they are.
That's fair. I don't know that they'll win, although they did play really good today. I'm kind of upset that Morocco lost today because they were playing really, really well in like 30 minutes of the game, and then they lost their steam, which was really unfortunate. And I think France's first goal in the first 5 minutes kind of like killed their confidence for a while, which is unfortunate. And then a lot of there was multiple points in the game where I thought they were just gonna have like a full-on like fist fight out on the field, and I was just sitting there at work being like, fight, fight, fight. I wanted another Netherlands versus Argentina where they were really about to fucking brawl on the field.
Did you say they cleared the benches like twice?
Yeah,
They didn't fight when that happened?
So it's they weren't like throwing hands or anything, but like
Just getting in each other's faces.
just getting in each other's faces. Like the refs had to like be like separating people. It was insane because Argentina like kicked the ball right into the Netherlands like bench where like their sub players were sitting, and they all were so upset. And this was like high tension, right? So they all like get up from the bench at once and start storming the field. And I'm sitting there like, this is insanity. Oh my god! It was like
All
watching
sports
hockey
should have
game.
more contact.
All sports.
Hold on, I want to see.
Just so you know,
Yeah.
there are 3 currently airing shows on there.
Okay.
You were incorrect.
Well, still. Your 10s hurt me.
What are her tens? I don't.
Some of them are okay. It's not, I don't want to
Okay.
say they're all bad. Correction. But,
Because you give things 10s differently than I do.
well, yeah, I know.
How do you give 10s?
So, well, all right, here's her
like it.
10s.
Okay.
Future Diary.
Terrible.
Death Parade. I agree.
I didn't watch that.
Love is War
Yeah, that's fair.
2?
I did both.
3?
I did all 3. I lie.
Okay,
all three of them 10s.
All
Fantastic.
three seasons of Love is War are 10s. I think I gave one of them a 10 or 2. I don't remember. I didn't give the first season a 10 because the ending started getting the formula started hitting me a lot in the end, and I was like, you gave both seasons of
Quintessential.
quintessential quintuplets 10s.
They weren't originally, and then when I was rewatching them, I was like, you know what? I do feel some sort of way for this show.
Just disagree. 10. You have fucking Toilet Bound Hanukkah-kun.
I don't know that
Fantastic
that's a 10,
show.
but it is definitely
Beautiful.
cute.
It is cute, not a 10.
Fantastic show.
Not a 10.
BNA, I don't think I
I
gave
don't
a 10, but I
remember
think
giving that a 10, but I guess
What's
when I finished it, I was
BNA?
just like,
Brand New Animal.
I was like, I guess
It was a
I just
trigger
thought
show.
it was.
Sure.
I
Amazing.
BNA is incredible. I don't think it's a 10.
I don't
think I
remember
gave it a
giving
9.
It's after I finished, just how I'm feeling. I'm like, you know
Did you
what?
watch Beastars?
No,
I'm
we've
sure
had this
fucking
argument.
did.
We've had this
Trash.
argument because she was like, she hates it, and you were like, what do you mean? And she was.
I watched it because you and Colin just kept talking about how
Yeah, because it's so
it's
good.
so good. You have to watch it, and I forced myself to fucking watch it, and I was just like, why? Why did I do this? I watched it in one day. It was such a mistake. I wanted that day back. I was like, I fucking hate this.
That show is
It
so
made
good
me
though.
so fucking uncomfortable.
It's supposed to.
I hate it. I don't want to be uncomfortable. So I think I only watched the first season and then never again. What's at the bottom of my list? That's what I want to know.
What's your like low tier
Your
animes?
lowest is a 3, and it's Handshakers, followed
Yeah,
by
fair.
a 4 of Welcome to the NHK.
I still
And
think that's a good anime.
the Wonder Egg Priority special was awful. You're right.
That was that's a 5.
Beastars is also a 5.
R.I.P.
And then we got
The
I
second season.
don't even know what that is.
That's the gambling one.
Oh,
But I
Kakegurui?
heard the new one is good, supposedly.
There's
the
a third
twin.
season?
Yeah, Kakegurui twin.
Oh.
both seasons of Spice and Wolf is 5s.
Sure was.
I don't think Kakegurui is bad, but it's certainly not
I thought
good.
the second season was bad.
Bro,
Couldn't tell you
she gave-
anything that happened in it, but I.
She gave Domestic Girlfriend a 6. You're off the show. How dare you? Perfect
I mean,
10.
Domestic Girlfriend's also not a very good show.
Perfect 10.
Absolutely not, you scum.
I didn't give it a 10. That OP's a 10.
Yeah, the
sure
OP is really good.
The OP is
I have that on my playlist.
The OP is absurdly good for a show that should not have a good OP.
Yeah.
I really wish that they had halves because there's certain things that I'm seeing I rated the same because obviously I rate them right after I'm done watching them. And they're just, when I think of the shows, I'm like, those aren't on the same level. But like,
Well,
it's just how
funny. It's the same way with me, like, 'cause, especially since I've watched so many shows.
Mm-hmm.
And I go through like my 9s and 8s and I'm like, some of these are not on the same level as this 9 or this
Yeah.
8. And I'm like, but because especially now that
But
I'm
is it-
so removed from it that I'm like, I don't feel like I could go in and change it
Right.
to a lower number. But sometimes I'll look at someone and be like, I gave this a 9 and this show an 8. I feel like they gotta be different.
Like I rated Toradora a 6, but that's on the same plane as Domestic Girlfriend. I'm like, I didn't hate Toradora that much, but I also
I don't get the love for Toradora. I didn't
me
think it was
neither.
that
I
good.
hated the ending. I'm sorry.
Didn't like
but
the ending. I really didn't give a shit about most of the characters. I gave a shit about the red hair girl.
Me too.
And he
I
just
should-
fucks
the one
her
with like
over.
the long hair, blonde hair,
the
piece of shit
the
girl.
lolly looking
Yes,
one, yeah,
the
sure.
Yes.
tiny one.
I
She
didn't-
deserves fucking nothing.
I didn't watch it, but I remember seeing like clips of it, and I was like, "This is not." for me.
Everybody-
She's like
it's
the
like-
worst kind of tsundere.
Oh no.
The worst fucking kind.
She's the
The-
like
she's
she's
just
like
an
the
asshole.
epitome of tsundere. She's like
Oh.
if people think like tsundere, a lot of people will picture her.
But she's just an asshole. Like
Her
Okay,
and, like,
so
Asuka.
so
it's
I was
too
right to not
far.
watch it.
Yes.
But people say that Toradora is like the rom com.
the best romance anime like they've ever fucking seen.
People
What?
swear by Toradora.
Yeah.
That's why I watched it. I was like,
That's why
all right.
I also watched it.
I was like,
because
fine, I'll finally get around
I
to
kept
it.
seeing on TikTok because when I had first gotten into anime, of course, my For You page was just a bunch of, you
Right.
should watch this. And I was like, all right.
I don't
so
even
a
get
lot
a lot
of
of
the
those
shows.
anymore.
No, I don't get shit anymore. But that a lot of the reasons, like the shows I've seen is because of that. And people do fucking swear by this show. And I gave it a 6.
Damn.
People like Toradora is literally like if some people are like if you went up to some people and you'd be like, oh, what's a rom com? Like I should watch. People would be like Toradora by hands down. And I'm like,
Nope.
I watched that and I was like, this show is
Especially
not that
because
good.
later on I watched Fruits Baskets and I was like, people
still need to
doing Fruits
finish.
Baskets dirty like that they're gonna say Toradora is like.
And
the-
I don't
still need
even
to watch,
remember
like,
like
finished
being
Fruit
into
Baskets.
Fruits
I don't
Baskets
know.
like that, but like
I feel like it's just
I feel like
really.
it's definitely
There we go.
better.
It's just really well written, and there's just a lot of character development, which is just like Toradora. You just watch Taiga be a fucking bitch every episode. Like, I just don't want to. And the guy Ryuji, I think that's his name. He deserves so much more, and I think Minori is.
I
the guy.
also gave it a 6.
Yeah, and then I think
Did you-
Minori is the red girl, like the red hair girl that he likes, and she actually did like him. And
She
I'm
was-
like, they
she
should
was the
be
right
together.
choice.
They should be together because Taiga's a fucking asshole.
She also like when she's fucking spoilers for the end of Toradora. We already said it, but
Yeah.
when she starts fucking breaking down, she's like, no, go after her, and he's like, you're right, I do love her more, and I'm like, and then then he runs off, and she just like falls between the vending
Yeah.
machines crying, and then
Yeah.
the blue hair girl shows up and is like, here's a soda or whatever, and I was like, this sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck this show.
No.
Like, yeah.
Taiga deserves fucking nothing. She is a spoiled brat who stayed a spoiled brat the entire
Awful.
fucking show. Ryuji did fucking everything for her always, and she was just a complete asshole. And just, I don't know. So, not for me. It ain't for me.
Yeah, no, I forgot I gave Angel Beats a 10. Oh, who? It was you, right? That told me to watch Angel Beats, or was it you?
No, I think
I
it
haven't
was
seen
Colin.
it.
He's like obsessed with Angel.
Yeah,
Beats.
because
haven't seen it.
whoever it was, because I remember watching it, and I
You
think
gave
immediately-
Angel Beats a 10.
I love that show. I thought it was.
Don't talk about it. Don't because that's all, I'm
Oh,
eventually
it's on your
gonna
to
get-
do.
I'm gonna. Well, I don't actually put anything on my to do because there's too many shows. So
I'll
I'll get
In your
there.
mental to do.
I will say it was not at all for like the first couple episodes. I thought it was actually not great.
I thought throughout it was pretty mid.
It picked up for me. Its premise got me.
I guess that's fair, but like,
Ew.
I just couldn't.
I have watched that show like 500
I
times.
don't
It
know
can't
why
not
you
be a
and Colin
10.
are fucking
What
obsessed
show?
with it.
Devil's
Devil's a
Part-Timer.
part-timer.
Oh.
They told
I
me to
need to
fucking
watch that
watch
as
that
well.
shit, and I was like, "This is mid. This is fucking mid."
That was
and
so.
they're obsessed with it. I watch it every
Colin
year.
is
It's
literally
so,
obsessed
I know.
with
It's
it.
like
Incredible.
it's so fucking good. I'm like, all right, I gotta
also
watch
on
this.
my mental
mid,
to-do.
So,
mid. It's not a bad watch, but it's just not what they like
I see.
say it is.
So Devil's a Part-Timer was part
Do
of
you
the reason
like
we
the
did.
new season?
Yeah, I didn't think it was as strong, but I liked it a
Oh
lot.
yeah, that's why Anime Club like started.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So Kat was like, "You guys need to watch Future Diary,"
Diary.
Right.
And me
Which
and Colin
you
were
didn't.
like, "What?"
Which you didn't.
No,
yeah,
they
I
did.
We did.
No, I'm
Yeah.
saying you didn't need to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
But that was my choice.
Right, but so Kat was like, because she's just started getting into anime and she wanted someone to talk to about it, and so
Yeah.
she was like, "You guys need to watch Future Diary." Me and Carmen were like, "No," and then so she kept pressing us, and I think Colin was the one that brought it up. He was like, "I will watch it if you watch a show that I recommend,"
Yeah.
and so then you were like, "All right, fine." So both of us watched it, and then my show was going to be Flip Flappers, right? And it
but then when
stalled.
we had eventually decided to do
Yeah.
this, you were like, "I'll hold it. You don't have to watch it right now because I'm gonna use it."
Yeah, so it was we both watched Future Diary, and then she watched. It's a special. It's no EA. Then she watched Devil's a Part-Timer.
What's this one?
That's Anohana.
Oh, have you watched that?
Solid 10, perfect 10.
Have you watched that?
I think one episode.
Okay, watch the whole thing. It's only 11 episodes. It is
Don't even say. It's great.
so
Is it?
good. Like,
There's some things I've forgotten to put on my list because I watched one episode and then didn't
It's
go back to it.
it's
so I
not
just
not
don't.
action related. It's purely character.
I also
I
forget to
watched
do-
it while I was on vacation with my family, and I was
What a show to pick to watch
honestly,
with people.
no, not with people.
No, I
I
know,
just
but
happened to be
around
like
people.
on vacation.
You have a lot of
and I
tags.
was sitting like
They did get more, yeah.
in my room
You have two.
watching the show, like
yeah.
at the ending,
So
and
the
I
first
was
season
just
that didn't.
bawling my eyes out at like 4 a.m. watching this show.
Right. Well, so until I think Angel Beats was my ninth 10 or something like that, because I think I think Mushishi was my 10th
Gross.
number 10. Because I messaged Anthony, I was like,
You
"Hey,
did
man,
it.
you did it."
Yeah, no, that's a good show too.
And then I've watched more shows since then that like, because I also have the movies in here. So like I have two Studio Ghibli's. I have the Cowboy
have
Bebop
watched
movie.
one episode of this.
You should watch it. You should watch
It's
Anohana.
really good.
I have Your Name. I have Silent Voice.
I always forget. I have so many movies I need to put on, and I just
Violet Evergarden.
forget.
So good.
So many. If
I
a
don't
movie,
even think I put quintuplets on there.
it's not a 10 for you.
No,
You know
but
what?
I'm saying I don't think
Okay,
I put it
am-
on.
am I
But
the-
like if for a lot of things, if something can make me cry or have an emotion, it
'Cause
gets
you
a 10.
don't regularly have those.
No,
You
it's
fucking
a
freak.
10. So that's for a lot of things. Cyberpunk Edge Runners, perfect show.
Can I ask you a question about Violet Evergarden?
Yeah.
Did you ever feel like the formula got stale?
No.
Okay.
I think I could see why someone could think that, but it was also short enough that like
Yeah.
it rode through it for me. And I think, funny enough, I think I've said this on the podcast before, but I watched Violet Evergarden out of order.
Yes, you did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I watched a special first or something. I don't.
Oh, the OVA.
I don't.
Sorry.
I don't remember exactly, but because
The
I
OVA
thought
I think is like 40 minutes or maybe 50
I haven't watched
minutes.
any of it.
it was whatever it was, because they call the characters dolls, right?
Right.
Right,
The
yes.
like typewriters.
Yeah, and she goes to like this like prep school or whatever to go type for this lady, and the entire time, because I hadn't watched anything else, I thought that she might have actually been a robot, because I didn't understand how the world worked, and I was like, okay, so they're calling them dolls, and then she takes off the gloves and she has fucking robot hands, and I'm like,
Right.
oh shit, all right, so this is a robot, all right, and like the entire movie OVA, whatever it is,
Yeah.
they do nothing to confirm or deny that, that if you
That
get that
she
in your
isn't
head,
a robot.
once you get that into your head, if you've watched nothing else, it does nothing to help like deny that at
Yeah.
all. So like the entire time until literally the ending when I had to look up what the fuck I was watching, like I had to look up if she was real or not.
Right.
Because the entire time I was like, they've done nothing to prove she isn't. I think this is a show about a robot, the type shit.
She must be a robot.
Yeah, but incredible like series.
Yeah,
What is it? 2 seasons a movie? I think.
Is it 2 seasons?
I think so. Let me pull it up. I think
feel-
it's 2 seasons, an OVA, and a movie.
I think you might be right, but for some reason I remember it being 1 season with like 3 OVAs and a
That's
movie.
what I was calling you because my work calls show up in the corner
Oh.
if someone's calling you. So the stupid fucking ad with some dude's face like popping up in the corner, and I thought it was like a Teams call. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, no. So it's 1 season, a movie, and then 2 side stories,
Oh, 2 OVAs.
2 OVAs.
Okay, I was like, I don't remember a second season at all.
It's such a fucking good show.
So, did you watch Your Lie in April? Kat?
Mm-mm.
I have
Oh,
not done that
that's
one
Ryan's
yet
been
either.
trying to get me to do it, but I'm
Okay.
just not prepared to cry.
Both
so-
of y'all watch it. It's so fucking good. Oh my god.
It's been on my list for fucking ever. Like,
Yeah.
So the lowest, by the way, of something I rated for Violet Evergarden was an 8, which was one of the OVAs.
That's fair.
I think it's the OVA I watched and was confused about.
Where you were like, what the fuck is going on?
And then it's 9. It's a 9 for the other OVA, a 9 for the first season, and a 10 for the movie.
What's
Gotcha.
your lowest rated show?
Let's find out. Watch it be fucking the movie.
I feel like because I don't rate things like that on like my anime list, like I couldn't tell you what's like the worst thing I've watched.
Handshakers as a 2, Elfen Lied a 3, and then the quintessential quintuplets movie a 4, followed by Chika Gento, which is just the worst fucking thing on the planet.
I see.
Don't even know what that is.
It's something you should never watch.
Okay.
It is disgusting. It looks bad. It's just the only reason I watched it was because there was a thing on TikTok about people talking about the most disgusting anime movie, and they were like, and people being like, I couldn't even finish it. I was like, fuck that, I could definitely do this. And so I pulled it up, I found it, I watched it, and I was like, this is gross. It's not that bad. Like where people were like, I couldn't finish it, I was throwing up, and I was like, it wasn't that bad. But
Right.
it is a bad anime. It is a bad movie. It is just not interesting. It's pretty like just mean for mean's
R
sake.
plus? Is
Yeah.
that what it
Gotcha.
says?
It's like it's abusive. It's just any kind of bad you can think of. It is
1992.
Gotcha.
like just the girl constantly gets like abused. She at one point is like starving, and she gets sick, and the only food that she has to eat and, like, it's just bad. It's just a movie that somebody made to beat the shit out of like a 13-year-old girl for the entire movie.
Why? Who is this for?
I don't know.
Ew.
And it looks bad. It's hard to find. It's just not good. Let me find. Since it's a movie, I probably wrote a Letterboxd
The
review. I
worst
can find
part
that.
is its average is 4.77. It does not seem low enough.
It's not good at all.
Maybe only like a handful of other people watched it who also put it at like a 4,
Midori, here it is.
or maybe somebody really liked it and they put it at a 10, so it's like
Ew.
It's got a 2.9 on Letterboxd, and it's just. Let me find what I reviewed this.
yeah,
gave it a
I
1.5
I want to
star.
know what you said.
Oh,
But-
you rate things?
on Letterboxd, yeah.
Mm.
I write reviews for everything because I
Mhm.
want to know what I thought of after I watched it.
Oh,
Only for movies, obviously, like because I
Can
don't.
you
I
write
think-
stuff down on my anime list?
I don't think so.
if you can, I've never done it.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I should, but at this point, it's too far gone. Even if I could start now, what's the point?
Right.
Like, there's 200 plus shows I haven't.
Right.
Yeah, but some you could go back on.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I just started rewatching Death Note. And
Death Note was so good until it wasn't.
yeah.
Sure was so good until it wasn't.
But
Like, when I was watching that, I was like, damn, this is a good fucking show. And then all of
Yeah.
a sudden it was just, never mind.
if
It's
you
okay.
if you just stop watching once L dies, you can just pretend that's the ending.
Sure could.
Like Heike.
yeah.
sure could.
Like-
Honestly, that like the second half, just not.
Yeah, I don't think you can write anything.
Not
I
interesting.
don't see anything.
But yeah, I just started my rewatch of that, and I'm like, this still looks pretty fucking solid.
When did it come out?
2008, I think. Maybe
Mhm.
even 2007
Yeah.
for the anime. It
Yeah.
still looks pretty fucking good. And I'm like really impressed because it's 2022 and like it holds up. I'm like genuinely surprised how well it holds up.
Okay, so I guess I didn't go into very detail about it, but it basically, my summary of, it's also called Midori,
Okay.
is imagine the Twilight Zone, but way more graphic, more fucked up, and not at all censored. And it had the animation style of Fist of the North Star. It's weird, unpleasant, very confusing. So if any of that sounds interesting, go ahead to watch it. It's free on YouTube. It's only 48 minutes.
Only 48
That was
minutes?
too nice of a review. I'm kind of judging you.
No, there's not a good way to explain it. I don't like it.
You
There's
should have been
really-
like, disgusting. Nobody watched this trash.
Well, because
That's our next anime club.
No, I don't need to watch that again. It's one of those things that like especially with movies when I'm writing a review, like I try to find some kind of reason that it exists for something, and so like I my reviews usually sound a little less mean than
Yeah, that's why I
they
don't
should.
write shit, because mine would just be like exactly what I'm fucking feeling and be like, do not.
But like, yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's 48 minutes. Go ahead, watch it. Let me know.
I'll let
It's
you
on
know.
YouTube. It's literally free. You could just search up the show and it's there. 48 minutes. You could hate your life for 48 minutes.
Gosh, it sounds pretty
Didn't
rough.
make us watch
If you watch that, I will finally start Monster.
Monster
Wow.
is so good.
I plan on starting it, but I will start it sooner. I will start it if you watch it.
Fair. Good trade off because you're going to watch something incredible while I watch literal.
Yeah. So if
which
one,
one's Monster?
she can explain it.
Yeah, but I want to look at it.
Oh,
okay.
you want to see the visual?
Yeah.
It's I think like it's a very weird number of episodes. I think it's like
70, I thought?
70 or
74.
70. Yeah, 74 episodes. It's incredible.
Yeah. So
I mean,
once
it's got
you
a good score.
once you
8.85.
oh yeah, it's a classic.
It's a classic. I will be honest though, because it's a weird number of episodes, like towards the middle, it feels a little bit slow.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get over that hump, it's worth it.
My fear with starting new shows is if I get down to like 15, I'd reward myself with like watching new shows, but I just feel like my list will just end up in the exact same
Okay,
place.
here's the thing about like the forever to watch list. It will never get to a point where you're like, wow, I only have like 5 things
How
on
many
my
active do you
roster.
have?
Active or
Like that you're currently watching.
currently watching. I'm
Do you
only
know
watching.
how many
I'm
you're
only
watching?
watching 5 currently.
How many I'm currently watching? Actually not that many. Probably primarily because I'm right now reading more manga than watching anime.
Mm-hmm.
But so I guess like the alternative would
I have
be like
170 shows on my to watch list. So so the closest I got to finishing this, I think I got it to maybe 100, and that was during the height of COVID, where I had literally nothing else to do, and I sat in my bed all day, and I was like, I could finally get through my list.
That's
I think it
pretty
used to be
much
like 200
when
and something, yeah.
that's pretty much when I started. So then I was just like no lifing, like watching shows.
Yeah, because I watched the 100 shows.
Yeah,
that-
I
oh
have-
right, I remember that.
Yeah.
I don't know how many shows I actually have, but I have like I think 122 completed things, and I always forget to rate my movies, so there's not too many movies on there.
Yeah, so my plan to watch 170. And there's also a lot of random shit in there that I don't even necessarily know if I want to watch, but I just saw it one time and was like, maybe.
Yeah, whatever.
Because sometimes, like, if I don't start, if I don't get past, like, a first episode for a show, I sometimes won't even count it. I'll just
Right.
like, fuck it. Like, it's
Well,
not
if
worth
I
it.
liked the first episode, then I usually try and put it there, so I'll remember to
I
go
have
back.
350 completed shows.
Well, because that's why I have so many on there. Because if you look, a lot of them are on like episode 2.
Yeah.
Because I want to go back to it.
Eventually, kind of thing.
Yeah.
You have some... I just saw some of those shows that were listed on still at 6 compared to other shows, and I'm like,
What?
no. You had Trigun and Mushishi in the same ranking as fucking domestic girlfriend.
Well, that's what I'm
Actively
saying.
wrong.
That's
No-
what I'm
no guns-
saying.
or
It doesn't feel.
No game, no life. Like
I
what?
hated that show.
And you gave it a 6. You put it on the same level as
Wait,
Trigun and Mushishi.
yeah, what?
That's what I'm saying. Like I rate it when I like finish
Mushishi
it.
is such a perfect
I really
anime.
I
didn't
know
like
you
it.
didn't like it.
Mushishi.
I know, but it is not on
No,
the
I
same
know,
level as
but-
No Game, No Life.
That's why I said that before. That's why I was like, when I was looking at that, it doesn't feel the same. That's why I need halves. Like halves would make such a fucking difference, but there's not. So I just do the best I fucking can.
Oh, God, hold on. I'm going back to your fucking. Hold on. We're going back to your numbers
My
to
6s.
judge these.
Your 6s. Also, No Game, No Life is not good.
I
No.
did not like it.
No, me neither.
And I just really hate
You
how
gave
much.
Domestic Girlfriends season 2 a 7 over any of those shows I just
This
listed.
was season 2.
You haven't listed. You haven't listed as completed as a 7.
This?
I didn't know it had a season 2.
Oh, Rent a Girlfriend. Sorry, I
was
thought I meant Rent a
so
Girlfriend.
confused. I was like, I
what are you
don't
talking
remember
about? I like
season
Rent a
2.
Girlfriend. I know it gets trash. I know it becomes trash.
I watched the first season. I thought it was like fine. Never watched it
Seven's
again.
fine. I think seven's good.
Isn't season 2 the bad one where like he starts getting like fucking cucked?
No. No.
Don't they go to like a beach and there's that whole thing?
He didn't get cooked on a beach. There's no
That means he got
cucking
cooked
it.
somewhere, but
No,
it wasn't the
There's
beach.
cucking later. That's what I
know.
heard about the show, is that he's a major cuck, but it hasn't actually gotten there in the show. The show doesn't really go anywhere. I think they just had like a third season. I don't know. And nothing happens, but like I like the characters for the most part. I don't know. So
At least Flip Flappers made it into a fucking 7. I'll take that.
I didn't hate Flip Flappers, so.
These are just some shows
I
that
have
you
so
make
many
it the same.
sevens.
You do.
So many sevens.
I have a lot of 8s and 7s.
Is
to be fair,
7
too.
like your midpoint?
Yeah. Like I did.
Yeah, I know technically 5 is average, but like
No.
because I walk away liking most shows,
Right.
so it's never 5.
Especially if it's a show you're gonna complete.
right, like because I don't really give like I won't give 5 as
I
my
was so
midpoint.
surprised I ended up liking this show. It looked so fucking dumb.
It was so fun.
I did like
it was
it.
cute.
That what was it called? That
Um,
was the one where it's like the one with the fake Power Rangers, and then he falls in love with like the villain, and so they're dating in secret.
Oh, the one Mike was telling
It's
me
Yeah.
about.
it's Love After World Domination.
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
It
it.
is because Love After World Domination and
I remember watching the first episode and be like, "This shit's fucking dumb."
but then it gets so cute.
Yeah.
She's
I was-
adorable.
I'm telling you, I was surprised that I ended up liking it.
The main girl is adorable. And then it's because it's that and Dress Up Darling that are like
I need to watch Dress Up Darling.
I really liked Dress
good,
Up
dude.
Darling.
Dress Up Darling, I think I gave it 10. I think it was.
Also on my
So,
forever to watch list.
I finished Panty and Stocking like last week or something.
Congrats. What'd you think? I think it's a 7, but what'd you think?
Some episodes I really liked, and then other episodes I was just like, "This fucking sucks." So I gave it like a mid. Like I was just like,
My favorite thing
I
about
didn't know
that
how to
show is when they
feel.
absolutely run out of budget.
Yes.
But apparently they're doing a season.
They sure
2,
are.
So
Yeah,
After,
which I didn't
after
know.
so many years.
I finished it, and then I saw the news.
'Cause
about it. I'm
when
like,
did it
"Hey, like,
end?"
I guess that works.
So yeah, because just spoilers for Panty and Stocking. I don't know how much longer we're gonna be talking, but spoilers for Panty and Stocking. It ends after it's Panty, right?
No.
Or no, Stocking.
I mean, when did?
No,
it,
I know, but I mean the ending of Panty and Stocking is that Stocking cuts Panty up into pieces, and it was like, okay, bye.
Sure does.
And you're just like,
What's happening?
and that show ended in 2010. So most
2010.
people have been waiting
12 years.
12 plus years
To
for
see
this.
what
What
happened.
the fuck happened?
I
Yeah.
remember
Also
seeing
the-
that when they were like, "Oh, season 2 dropping soon." I was like, "What the fuck?"
And my favorite bit about that show is near the end when like Panty and Stocking are having to like just go through like waves and waves of enemies, and Panty's like grabbing random underwear from people, and it's just all the different gun sizes, and then she finally takes the guy that's been like hitting on her the
Brief.
whole time.
Right.
His boxes. It's just a fucking giant ass shotgun. She's like, all right, and he's like all shamed about it, and she's like, we're gonna talk later. I forget, do they bang?
They bang.
Okay.
I think they bang twice.
Oh yeah, because that's what like gets her powers back, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Or is that how she loses her powers?
I think it's both.
I think it's both
I
of
think
those.
the first time
Is
is
losing.
Yeah, and then the second time is
coming
getting
back.
back. Yeah.
Fucking love that show, dude. It's so stupid.
It's so good.
But some of them are too stupid that I'm like, I didn't like this. But some of them were like just the right amount of stupid. That's why I gave it a 7 because I was just like,
like the
again.
little no animation gags when Stocking is like gaining weight and she's just like, hey, fatty.
Yeah.
Fatty, just like poking her and just for like 5 minutes. And
I
you're
need
just
to
like-
rewatch this because I haven't watched this in a long ass time.
I wonder if this has the.
But I remember it being very enjoyable.
That's definitely a turn your brain off.
Yeah,
kinda.
for sure.
Absolutely.
That's like excellent.
I also
dumb
gave it a
fun.
7 though. So to be
Yeah.
fair, I think it is just dumb fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a show that you're gonna watch and like critically analyze.
Yeah.
No, not at all.
I'm not thinking
Not
about
one
it
bit.
too hard.
But yeah, and I love the damn, I don't have when I started and finished watching it.
Rip.
But and I love when they defeat the monster and it just goes to like a little scale model.
Yeah.
Explodes with like a firecracker.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a lot of like stupid gags in that show, and I am surprised that that we are getting another season since the fucking Gainax has like never finished a story of a show they've done ever in their life. Because they Gurren Lagann, that story's not finished.
Right.
They never stopped the anti-spirals.
Right.
And then I think they also did Ava, so technically they did finish one show.
Did they also do whatchamacallits? Darling in the Franxx?
Is that
Was that them
Gainax?
or was that Trigger?
I thought that's Trigger.
I feel like you
I
might
think
be
that
right.
is Trigger, yeah.
Because I don't really
But it does
know
have
most
Gainax
things, but I
feels.
feel like I heard that.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure that is Trigger.
I think it is now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, no, it is.
But it could have been a Gainax show.
Sure could have been. But yeah, so Gainax did, and they did Fully Cooley, Gurren Lagann, Neon Genesis, Penny and Stocking. All right, so they have done shows where they're like, here's an ending, but it's just funny that like their 3 biggest shows for a period of time never actually had an ending, which was Gurren Lagann, Penny and Stocking. And it's like, what the? And then they had to redo Ava's.
Yeah.
And so like it was just a joke that they've never finished a story. They get to a point where they're like, we're done. Moving on. You wanna know what happens? Sucks to be you. Like, sucks to suck. Figure it out for yourself.
Sorry.
Sit on it.
So sad. Too bad.
Yeah. So, but anyway, apparently, I don't even know if they're doing season 2 of Penny and Stocking. Now that I think about it,
Isn't
No
that what
idea.
we were just talking about? That
No, if
it might not be them that's doing it.
if
Now that
someone
I-
else picked it up.
Oh, I understand. I thought you meant like you don't know if there's going to be a season 2.
No,
in
there
general. I
will
was
be
like,
a
that's
season
what we
2.
just
He
said.
doesn't know who's making it.
Yeah. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So with that, I guess we can wrap it up.
It's Mappa. They're taking it on.
Honestly, they probably fucking they might be taking on One Punch Man season 3.
I know.
Oh yeah. Like I was like,
That's why I
Jesus
said that.
Christ, dude, they're doing fucking everything.
They're doing way too much.
Apparently the studio for doing season 2 of Penny and Stocking is Trigger. Apparently Trigger was like, we'll take it.
We got you.
Which I think is funny because I
Trigger
I
is the
confuse
new
Trigger and
Gainax.
Gainax all the
Trigger
time.
is the new Gainax. Within like the
It's
past
true.
5 years, their track record, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the greatest thing Trigger has ever put out is something that they had to collaborate with, which was Cyberpunk Edge Runners. I think it gave
Who
them
did
the
they
direction
collab
they
with?
need. They did with the company that made it, CD Projekt Red,
Oh.
like with the game company.
Gotcha. That's
Um,
neat. I like that.
It's so fucking good, dude.
I
And the
need to watch it.
soundtrack slaps.
I believe you.
And one of the cool things about that is one of the I think it's the outro song they did a music video for.
Oh,
And
that's
in the
cool.
music video, they made a whole story for it. So
Oh,
like
that's
in like the
cute.
4 minutes of the song, it's just a new character that is taking that like in her whole little arc in this music video.
Oh, that's cute. I like that.
It's really fucking good. The show is incredible.
I'll get there one day.
Me too.
It's
I would have already watched it if I wasn't purposely not starting shows.
no, that shit came out and I literally binged it in like a day. It was like 10 episodes. It's on Netflix.
It came
was
out
fucking
this year
done.
though, right?
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's incredible. Anyway,
Anyway,
Hey, thanks for watching this week's episode of the Vaguely Anime Podcast. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, leave a review, follow, and don't forget to check out Cat the Moonstar on Twitch. You have 4 weeks. This is 82.
Okay, never mind. I'm lost, but okay.
You have 4 weeks.
Sure.
Yes, you have 4. I know I'm right. I just exported an episode. Yeah, you have 4 weeks to watch Chivalry of a Failed Knight.
There you go.
There you go. So yeah, don't forget to watch that, and we will see you guys next week for whatever the fuck we talk about.
Yeah.
Very rare 3-person episode where Kat's
I know.
actually here. It's usually just me and Sage.
Yep, I tried my best.
You did great.
Yeah, thank
So
you.
proud of you.
Proud of you.
Yep.
We take bets on when we think she'll show up on time or not.
You would have won if
I
I
would've
didn't.
won.
That's why I drove the wrong way. That's why my ways my ways lagged because he guessed the right time. Because that's exactly what Waze said when I was gonna get here. So you would have been
LOL.
right,
Damn it.
and then Waze lagged, and I don't know where I
Because
am.
you use
And so-
Waze and not Google Maps. Like
yeah,
a
but Waze
peasant.
is better about traffic, so then I actually know.
I guess that's fair.
So-
Anyway,
All right.
thanks for watching. 4 weeks. We'll see you guys next week. Thank you.
Okay,
Bye.
bye.
Bye.